if you feeling me. I know that you ain't as ill as me. Changing the game and he opening eyes. Knew I would do it, this ain't a surprise. Work through the hating and telling me lies. Still I've been...
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21. Welcome to a special edition of 2K TV.
The borough of Brooklyn is the location for the Bucks. When he's out on the floor, you always feel like he is always in control. Leading the way for his team will be Drew Holiday as they prepare to do battle inside Barclays Center. Bucks, Nets, up next on 2K Sports. Good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. DA, take it away.
Well, guys, for all of the star power Blake Griffin had when he was in Los Angeles, it was tough for him to be the leader of the Clippers. There were bigger voices in the locker room, such as CP3 and Doc Rivers. But Pistons coach Dwayne Casey said, in Detroit, he's definitely the leader. When he speaks, everybody listens. This is his team. Kevin?
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for him.
In the last few months, the rebounding has sort of taken a bit of a dive for him. And a lot of factors could be the cause, but it's a trend that coach would probably like to see him reverse.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Holiday, and it's DiVincenzo in at shooting guard. And looking at the Nets, we've got Brown. Durant is out there with Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the center, filling out the middle. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question. I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
Now, here is Irving. To the paint. Claxton, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. Harden outside. Oh, yes, the turnaround.
Goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. Got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
And it's Giannis missing. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home team just couldn't pull out the win.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout. And
it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
The kick out to Irving. On the three off target.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's DiVincenzo. And two free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Milwaukee shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And he can't get the first one.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
Good on the second free throw. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming. Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Portis. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Here's Irving. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Brown against Middleton. And Antetokounmpo with the basket on the assist by Middleton.
Really enjoy watching Antetokounmpo show off his toughness. I mean, he's not a real thick guy, long, angular, and muscular, and much tougher than he looks. That's why I think he's able to overpower defenders at times. Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Pass to Middleton. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Over Harden. Middleton can't get it to go.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
Irving against Holiday. Now here's Irving. Tight defense on him, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Giannis outside. And the dunk by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And stolen by Irving. Here's the lob to the hoop. It's deflected. Drilled from 11 feet out. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bogan Bogdanovic, outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those 3 guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
So it's both teams making substitutions here.
And here's a look at numbers for Blake Griffin. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged about 24 points a game last year, 7 rebounds and 5 assists, and really just excellent numbers. I like what we've been seeing from him across the board.
I do too. I mean, he's playing with much more focus now and a much higher level of intensity.
Now here's Teague. Lopez outside from the wing. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
Pass to Lopez. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Harris. The Nets with the lead. Right wing. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. For three. Let's keep it alive. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Golden State Warriors. It's deflected.
Well, it's rare to see a block shot from a perimeter player like Dinwiddie, but good job that time.
Lopez with the block. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Outside Jordan. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 6. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range.
T kicks to Lopez. This one for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And pronouncing Giannis Antetokounmpo's name correctly has been a challenge for many, something he discussed before today's game.
The worst I've ever heard was my rookie year. A guy called me Antetokounmpo, and Kunupi in Greek means mosquitoes. So he basically said anti-mosquito.
And the mosquito, definitely not a good comparison for Giannis.
Yeah, more like a condor. But that last name certainly has a lot of people looking for nicknames.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is out there with P.J. Tucker. And there's Teague, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Over to the left wing. Jordan against Lopez. That shot is off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but, you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the three and also be a rim protector inside.
Teague, the pass to Lopez. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters. But he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win. Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. We have seen so many great players in the history of this terrific game, but in your mind, who's the best who have never won an MVP?
Wow, you think about some of the names on that list recently, or not too long ago. Patrick Ewing, Scottie Pippen, same era. How about going back to John Havlicek, a former Buckeye and all-time great with the Celtics. Elgin Baylor, one of the first high-flying forwards that I recall, one of those really creative, do-it-all type forwards. Jerry West and Dwayne Wade right in that mix too, man. Those are some lofty names that didn't get an MVP.
Now here's Giannis. The kick out to Holiday. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Holiday's got his second bucket tonight.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Passes it to Harden. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's DiVincenzo. The pass to Middleton. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Bucks lead by 1. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Outside Durant. Back to Irving. Shot from 12. Good as the jump shot falls. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
I absolutely love how Antetokounmpo just has a winning mindset. Consistently, this guy is looking to go all the way to the basket. Has to be devastating trying to stop this guy if you're on defense.
Here's Irving after the basket by Milwaukee. Over Holiday. Again, the Nets for 2.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Timeout called, the Bucks. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorades. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Griffin's checked in for Brooklyn. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Antetokounmpo against Griffin. Antetokounmpo kicks to Holiday. Portis with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Just 4 to shoot. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Middleton can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Outside Holiday. Harden against Middleton. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. He talked about a back and forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Durant. High, arcing shot, count it. KD's got his first basket.
Man, it's so impressive the way Durant gets that floater off so fast. I mean, at nearly 7 feet tall with guard-like quickness, that should almost be outball.
Antetokounmpo, and the layup falls.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
7-second difference, shot in the game clock. Pass to Claxton. He kicks it to KD. Misses the three. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside Holiday. And Giannis with the basket on the assist by Holiday. And that's 10 points for Giannis.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
There's Brown with the three, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Bucks on top, up 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Chris, you guys were able to get the lead. What was the key to getting all those open shots?
It was just getting stops, getting rebounding, getting out and pushing, finding lanes, finding open guys.
And you made the most of it, Chris. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, the offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, they remind me of Arizona. They were flat defensively. They didn't collapse at the end. They allowed over 50% shooting. I expect them to come out much more aggressive in the second half to try to take the lead early on.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Durant is out there with Harden. Then there's Brown. Then there's Irving. And it's Claxton in at the center position. So that's the Nets 5.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you. You know, for a team like the Nets building without top picks, player development becomes critical. I mean, the Nets have made that a key focus for their franchise, and you can see the results paying dividends now.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. He's looking for Giannis and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Irving finds Durant. Here's the three. It's good from long range. Durant's got 5. Like you were talking about the Nets player development, guys like Spencer Dinwiddie and Joe Harris were signed as free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, a coaching staff dedicated to taking them to the next level in terms of improvement and player development, the investment they make in their top-notch training facility, all of that focus paying off for them. Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. The efficiency of Giannis. Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
Brook Lopez has checked in for Bobby Portis. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar level game. Check out stats for Durant. He's coming off an excellent season. 8th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. Now, here is Irving. 14 points for him.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Inside, Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists now in this one. And so Brown will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets, trailing here by 8. Pass to Irving. Taken away by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Brown from 11 feet away. Here's Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the board.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Durant. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you. You weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. the Bucks with some changes. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Bryn Forbes comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague in for Drew Holiday. Now here's Giannis. 20 points for him.
Boy, I love the unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open out to Antetokounmpo, make sure you get the ball.
Nets trail by 8. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. 16 points for Kyrie Irving.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Teague feeling it out a bit. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the shot is long. For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And the 6'6" point guard Spencer Dinwiddie, second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Now, here's Irving. 16 points for him. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Forbes. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. And now it's a 10-point Bucks lead.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Dinwiddie outside. Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Outside Teague. To the middle. Here's Forbes. That's good. And so Teague with the assist. Forbes has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bucks. The Nets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Dinwiddie outside. And he banks in the layup. And that's 20 points for Kyrie Irving. 35 seconds left to play here in the third. Antetokounmpo kicks to Teague. Back to Antetokounmpo. It's tipped. It's stolen by Green. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the basket is good. Irving's got 22 points.
And once he started feeling it, Irving just decided to make it his night. And he's done that in a big way.
Now, Antetokounmpo from deep three-point range. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Milwaukee with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter, they've got P.J. Tucker. He's out there with Bobby Portis, and it's Connaughton in it with the small forward. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Bucks leading by 6. Here's Connaughton. Holiday, the pass to Portis. Here's DiVincenzo. Outside Holiday. And it's off from three-point range. Right side, Griffin. Goes back up.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Bucks.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And I also love the way they move the basketball. Their passing has been outstanding here in the second half.
Free throw drops for Griffin. And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
And so he hits both. Bucks leading by 4. And Holiday kicks to Middleton. Here's Portis. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. And Harden wide open. He shoots. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists here tonight. Middleton outside. Back to Holiday. Fires for 3. For a rebound by the Nets. Here's Dinwiddie. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Milwaukee has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Middleton against Dinwiddie. From 18 feet away. And it's off the back rim. No good. Nets trail by 3. Left block shot on the way. And yes, it's good.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
And there's the pass to DiVincenzo. Middleton with it. He's covered by Brown. Shoots it. And the Bucks miss again.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Dinwiddie dishes to Griffin. Misses from short range. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. They've led by as much as 10. Here's DiVincenzo. Not going to go that time. Dinwiddie with some nice D. And Harden with the step.
Well, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in the poster if you let him.
Now here's Holiday. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Changes for Brooklyn. Durant's checked in for Griffin. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. See if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Thank you, David. against Middleton. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Irving against Holiday. Now here's Durant. Guarded closely. Kicks to Brown. Lets the 3 fly. The offensive rebound. Claxton. No good on that one. Milwaukee in the lead. The tray. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Middleton. Middleton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Pass to Irving. Irving outside. Brown inside. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Giannis against Irving. Here's Antetokounmpo in the dunk by Giannis.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Now here is Holiday. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here comes Harden. Leading the fast break. Takes the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. They've led by as much as 10. To the inside. In the dunk by Giannis.
How about the court vision of Middleton? They're so good at finding the open man.
Timeout called, the Nets. They're behind by 6. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for James Harden. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And they go to the intentional foul. .40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass, Holiday. Now here's Middleton. Down low. Antetokounmpo.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
A deep three from Durant. And the Nets miss again. Middleton the pass to Holiday. so the Bucks take the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.